think that was probably heard.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
Oh, that's fine by me. I was just thinking at, like, Grayson in, like, a Star Wars AU.
Oh, we'll get back to
this discussion, I think.
We've had this discussion, and I think you've drawn Grayson in that outfit. Or I drew Grayson in that outfit. But we're live now, so, that's a topic for another time. As we discussed AUs last week. And we'll discuss...
Heard, chat.
Yeah, that's the important part. Can we be heard? Because I had to, no swearing 5 minutes into my stream. So.
We both can be heard.
Oh, awesome. Wonderful. Cool. Let me get my thing.
Does Vic sound echoey?
Do I sound like an echo? Do I sound like a robot? Do I sound cool? You can lie to me, it's fine. If I don't sound cool, I can speak in a transatlantic accent. Lynn seems a bit distant.
My mic was also farther away from me, so maybe that's it.
Lynn's very small, so it's very, very hard for Lynn to reach the mic sometimes.
Yeah.
It's her tiny little hands. You good?
I'm always a bit distant.
You're always a bit...
Come on.
Is your charger not working?
No, it's not.
Well, we should probably make a Walgreens run at some point. Walgreens sponsor us. Anyway. So, welcome to Demiplanes and Doodles as we kind of stumble our way through this opening. As we are solving tech issues, finding new tech issues. We have a chat mom right next to me on the couch as she is going to moderate your everything, and she's having trouble having a proper phone charger.
It's not that I have a proper phone charger, it's that I wish certain corporations that will not be named actually can sell...
You mean the one phone company? The one smartphone company that everyone uses? The one that shall not be named.
Yeah. The one that's a type
Jesus
of fruit.
says raise my mic level.
Raise the mic level? Okay. Raising the mic. He told me not to touch it.
Raising my mic level.
Raising your mic level. How's that? Is that better?
I
I don't know.
Where's the pink one?
You sound fine to me.
Where's the pink one?
I can also eat my mic, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. Just sit on a box. It's okay. So.
Oh, Jesus says your mic sounds nice.
Oh, mine sounds very nice. Do I sound very nice? I hope I do. I don't even know where he's saying this. Is he saying this in the chat somewhere?
He's saying it in our,
Oh, in the actual secret chat?
In the messenger.
The new mic's so good. Delicious. I sound beautiful. Oh, I would say check your car for the chat, for the cord. Okay. As chat mom goes on a hunt for a phone charger to save her phone.
The two I have apparently don't work.
Okay. Cool.
Hey,
First world problems. Am I right?
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so, yeah, now we're ready, as we're struggling through this.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We're all going through some times. So, hi guys, welcome to Demiplanes and Doodles. I'm Avik. There's a Lynn down there somewhere.
I'm
here. And as always, we have a chat mom who sits next to me on a couch, and there's a dog on the floor that may or may not bark at some point, so this is your warning. And I apologize. So, let's do our thing we always do, and we talk about our friends first, our friends and our bros. And I need to stop and announce that the cat is sitting spread eagle in his cat tree, licking himself, because that is the weirdest position I've ever seen him in. Like, if I can paint an image, I'm going to paint an image because I have the power to.
Yes. Get rid of this layer. Oh, I gotta make our layers. But yes, let's
make them layers.
So you can...
I'll clear it. Boop.
Okay.
Boop.
I'll make some
Oh,
layers.
there it is. So, if I can paint an image here. So we have, there's this cat that lives with us.
His name is Rue.
His name is Rue. He's a peculiar feller, and I've lost all of my tools.
He's my boy.
That's your boy. It's your child.
It's my boy.
Yes, that is your child, your boy. I can't edit my thing. I'm gonna struggle for a minute. Hold on, I'm struggling.
Oh no.
I can't find the... to make my brush smaller.
Did you forgot how brushes work?
No, if I show you my screen, like, if you look on the Twitch screen, you'll see that I don't have that thing that slides for my brush size.
Oh, what do you do that for?
I don't know what happened to it. It just left me. Toolbars. Docs. Docs? Docs. I like docs. Freehand. Found it! Okay, there we go. Allow me to paint an image of this cat as he's sitting in his cat tree like an asshole. As he does. So this is a cat tree, right? Here's the cat. This is what he looks like.
Cat face.
That's what he looks like. And here's paw 1. And here's paw 2.
He's like lounging in a hot tub.
Yeah, basically. And then there's his tail. But that's essentially how he's sitting right now. And he's in the midst of licking himself. Like an asshole.
Wait, is he doing the thing where his like other leg is like that,
no,
or
both
whatever?
legs are chilling like right
Both
here.
legs are doing the old razzle dazzle.
He's just chilling with both legs sitting on the outside of the thing. And now he's curled into a ball to avoid the shame of me putting him on blast on public. So so that's my announcement for cats. Let's get on to the real announcements.
Your PSA for cats.
My PSA for cats. So, let's talk about our good friends, as we always do. The good bros at Helen.
Yeah.
At TNC.
At the TNC, they make these wonderful things called dice vaults, where you can put your dice. They make these wonderful things called DM screens, where you could put your DMs. You
Slide into the DMs.
Slide into my DMs.
Hey.
Ayo. Yeah, so they've got DM screens, they've got dice vaults, and I just got a look of shame from Chat Mom. They have dice trays, and if you ask really nicely and you have a logo or something, they can put that on the dice vault or the DM screen or the dice tray, depending on what you're getting, and it's super cool. That's how we got our custom DNC DM screen that's used when we play live at the tables. And there's this cool thing about it where if you put in the code Divine Conquer, you get 10% off on your purchase at the Etsy shop. So if you scroll below on our Twitch, you'll see a link to our Etsy shop, to their Etsy shop, excuse me. We have a merch store of our own, but to their Etsy shop, put in the code Divine Conquer, get 10% off. And that code also works towards their shop at shoptalonclaw.com, where they are currently taking pre-orders for their Spectraply and wooden dice sets. So go check out their dice. They're all gorgeous. I really want the Basilisk one, and I want the Man of War, because I want that one for West.
I cannot wait till my dice get in.
I know you do, Tabitha. This sounds so good. Yeah, because Lynn pre-ordered, Jesus pre-ordered, Jeremiah pre-ordered. I have yet to pre-order because I'm poor. I'm poor. But check them out. And you can also use the coupon code to get 10% off on your pre-order. And the pre-orders are going to be going till the end of April, so there is still time. Go get your dice. Go get the pretty wooden dice. Get the click clacks. They make the good wooden sound.
Oh, I bet they're gonna smell really good.
Oh, dude, the DM screen smells so nice.
Cause I got the cherry wood, I think.
Oh, cherry wood, nice. Yeah, it's a good woody smell. So, smell it. Smell your dice screens, your dice vaults, your dice. Smell them all. So, let's move on to our other friend who also makes things for dice. It's a neat little apparatus that's made of chainmail, and you can hold your dice in it. I believe they're called dice bags.
Apparatus.
That's my word of the day. That's
West
West.
learned a new word.
West learned a new word today, and it's apparatus. He's trying his best, okay?
He's doing his best. I appreciate him.
He's absolutely doing his best. So, if you check out Queen Chain Designs on Etsy, they have these really cool chainmail dice bags that you could use to hold all your dice in, and they come in a couple of different sizes. They have cute little charms on them, and really cool shopkeep. And there's like a bunch of other cool stuff in there, including original comics and all that stuff. So go check them out. Get some dice bags. As I draw a quick West to appease the masses. Look at him. He's smart.
Yeah.
He has a 14 intelligence.
It still blows my mind that I think
Big brain energy.
Like a 10?
Good lord.
I think that's what he had. I don't remember. He's also, I don't think, as high as level, so.
That's also true, because West has been leveling. He's been grinding like crazy. So, I know, that poor baby.
That poor sweet child.
And then we should also, I think, promo our bro Shane, Shortbeard VA, who does some cool stuff, mainly with the voice talents.
Yes.
Yes. He does voice work for Grayson. He's now doing voice work for West, which is awesome. And
West voice is phenomenal.
it's all that I've ever wanted in my life.
Also, he posted on Facebook that he just tried out for some big voiceover work. So everyone
nice!
Hope he gets something.
Good vibes, bro. Good vibes.
Send your good bro vibes.
Send the good bro vibes to Shortbeard. You can find him at Twitter at Shortbeard VA, actually. And he's also on a YouTube show. I'm trying to remember the name off the top of my head. My brain just went blank for a whole second. Something. It was Shane's here. Shane, promote your stuff. Plug your stuff. I forgot the word. Please do the thing. I'm struggling to remember my words. So yeah, there's the good bro. Wish him luck. He's always doing cool stuff on the YouTubes. He did a cool video where he was reading out the lore of Dungeons and Dragons in like all these different voices, and it's still my favorite video ever. So beautiful. Yeah, Geeks for Fun. That's the place. Thank you, Shane. My brain stopped working at a certain point. I need to drink my...
day today.
It's been a long day. I'm drinking my water.
Same. Be hydrated.
Remember to stay hydrated. So, yeah, so check them out. Check out Queen Chain Designs. Check out Shortbeard VA. And that leaves us, bro.
What?
We got stuff to promote.
We do.
We
do
did
you want me to take over?
Yeah, take over, please, as I try to keep my leg from falling asleep.
Oh no. So hey y'all. Vic and I are making a webcomic called Alistair about the righteous bro, Paladin, and his best friend, West the Barbarian, who's also a smelly boy. They're teaming together and they're gonna save the world. Somehow. Maybe.
Somehow.
The world is in their hands, and that's not a very good thing. We have a couple comics already up on Webtoons, and if you're a patron of ours for as little as $1, you have already seen a couple sneak peeks. We're going to be releasing comics every now and then as we lead up to the launch date in August.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fun time.
And we're planning merch.
We've got merch in the works. Vic's been designing a sweet logo.
Yes.
And, hey, Vic, what do you think about talking about a couple NPCs from the comic?
I think we should, because I've got a couple of my faves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll discuss that as
well.
well.
I love how they're considered NPCs, even though it's a comic. That's my favorite thing ever.
Shortbeard says he's making a bunny day cake. I don't know what.
Oh, what's up? A bunny day? An Easter tres leches cake. Oh, dude, what up? That thing's got to soak overnight, bro. For that optimum delicious creamy taste. Yes, show me a picture of that when you finish, because I love baking stuff.
Have you ever thought of like making a like recipe thing using West like in comic form.
Oh shit, I should do that.
You're welcome for the idea.
Oh my god, you're so beautiful. Thank you. That big wizard brain energy. Oh my god, you're so full of good ideas. I need to start doing that. Yeah, because I was going to say, if anybody ever is doing baking, feel free to hit me up. Like, you can find me on Twitter at Basil-Tot, like Basil-Tots. At Twitter, you can find me on Discord under the same name. Just DM me and be like, hey, I'm baking a thing. What do you think? You can, like, show me all your baked goods. I love baked goods, and I'm having a shortage of baked goods. I just made cookies today, and tomorrow I'm making a carrot cake. I'm making a carrot cake.
Yummy.
It's like,
we can do that for the make bro biscuits and like the
bro biscuits.
Other things,
oh my god!
And, like we'll slide those into the Patreon every now and then.
Alistair cookbook. I love it.
Oh my lord!
Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, that means I get to borrow Jeremiah too. Yes. He does the savory stuff.
Perfect.
Ideas are happening. Cool. All right, so check out Alistair and our soon-to-be cookbook. Apparently.
We come with good ideas in the stream. It's all good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Vic.
Hey, what?
Jesus
hey, what?
mentioned. Remember the Tres Leches cake we made after 27 hours of streaming and us being up for longer
Dude,
than
that was the best cake ever. Okay, that cake was amazing. We made 2 cakes.
Mm-hmm.
We made 2 whole cakes. Because we were streaming for 20, oh my god, I made a line. We were streaming for 27 hours for the Extra Life charity stream. And afterwards, we didn't go to sleep. We immediately went to Walmart. We bought all of the stuff to make a cake. And then we went, for some reason, we passed out at some point. And then we woke up the next day and we just made a damn cake. And it was the best cake ever. And it was a tres leches.
Jeremiah, 2 whole cakes, yes.
2 whole cakes. And I watched Jeremiah not scale anything, and I lost my mind. Never forget. I was so stressed out. I was so stressed out about it. It stressed me out. So, this is where we go. I guess we're going on topic now. As we talk about the NPCs. What are they? Let's talk about NPCs. Which is why we're here.
I would actually like to say I'm wearing a shirt that says NPC right now.
Oh my god.
I dressed up for the stream today that no one can see.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Hold on, I'll draw a portrait of you.
Oh, please do. It's a pink shirt that says NPC in black letters across the front. So NPCs have a couple different names, I guess.
Yep.
Like I think the most common is non-player character.
Non-playable character.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's other like ways to say it too. Let me see if I can find it.
Oop.
Where is it?
Perfect. Nailed it.
Non-player character, non-playable character, non-player controlled character.
Oh. That one I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another way some people call it is a non-protagonist.
Interest.
That's different.
Yeah. But like I found this really awesome article by a guy called the Angry GM, and he just kind of goes into detail of what that is absolutely me.
Nah.
Yeah, I think the non-pro tag is the most interesting one.
Perfect. So, tell me about this article.
So he kind of just goes into, like, he's very sassy when he writes, and it was very funny. He's like, y'all think you know what an NPC is? You don't, because you're dumb.
Whoa!
Oh, hello.
Did Grayson write this? Holy shit.
Oh, pretty much. Like, let me see where he wrote. He says, one of the funny things about NPCs is that every game master pretty much knows exactly what an NPC is. But if you're some pedantic, smartass gaming asshole like me...
Good lord!
I know! You can actually make people realize they have no effing clue what an NPC actually is. I was like, oh my god, this guy's mad.
Wow.
But he just kind of goes into how different DMs define what an NPC is.
Right.
And some people will say the shopkeep is an NPC, but others will say that the enemies you fight in a cave are also NPCs. Or like if you find a bunch of spiders in a cave,
right,
those are considered NPCs.
Well, if it's a spider, then it's a creature.
I know, but his whole thing was, if you play them as just an enemy to fight, that's all it is. But if you as a DM play them as you are a creature trying to protect your like home and your eggs or whatever, like, and you give them like life and like a reason to do something, that makes them an NPC.
Jeremiah had to mention Chaddington is the best NPC. The not more important NPC that became the most important NPC.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Please think of the children.
But yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think creatures can be NPCs? If you give them a backstory?
I mean, yeah, if you put it like that, because everything, it entirely depends on your level of DMing and your particular style of DMing. I feel like that would be something along the lines that I would do, because I just introduced in my last game a bunch of lizard folk that came to like kill you because it was their job to go steal some gold in that room and then take it away. And you kill all the lizard folk, and then you find one left that was hiding, and he was the smallest one, and there was like a whole backstory to him where he was mistreated by the other lizard folk and bullied on, and now he's going to be showing you the way to where you need to go. And so yeah, that he's now an NPC, as because his stat blocks have him as a monster, but he also has a heart.
He has like a point, like a motivation.
He has a point of motivation, yeah. So I mean, yeah, that I believe definitely goes with however you decide you want to DM. If you're just going quick and easy, just, you walk into a cave, there's spiders, roll initiative, and, everybody goes through and they kill the spiders without reason, and then you just continue on to the next quest point and the next quest point. You're just very point A to point B. But then there will be other DMs that are just like kind of weaving a story with it and keeping in consideration that their whole world is alive, and through that world being alive, there are lots of living creatures that have their own thoughts and feelings and motivations. Mm-hmm. Which I think that falls more in line with my style of DMing, as well as I would say Jesus's as well. Like when it comes to playing the games, like we just entered a goblin cave, and in that goblin cave we killed a shit ton of goblins. And then we find these goblin women that are cowering in the corner, and it looks like they're essentially, from my perspective, something's happening to them against their will that is disrupting their way of life, and there's like a whole storyline to them that we don't know about yet.
Ooh, here's a good bit from this article that is very cool. He's just talking about how role-playing is the act of considering a hypothetical situation, projecting yourself into the mind of a character in that situation, and making the choice that you think that character would make in that situation if it were real. Role-playing is... He said RPG stands for role-playing and game, and sometimes people can't blend the two.
I can definitely see that. Like there's definitely with some of the... in some of the games that I've played, there are definitely people that have a disconnect between the role play part of the game and then the actual like mechanics, combat, and math that come with it. Yeah. Like I'll I don't know if he'll ever watch this, but hi, Dad. I noticed that there's been a slow difference in my dad playing starting out playing Dungeons and Dragons with us, where he was very into the mechanics. He was old school first edition. I'm here to kill the monster. I'm here to earn my points, and I'm here to have gold and drink. And he went from having that character to playing Orc Death, who I feel is so much more colorful of a character than his first character, Reefer the Barbarian, was. Like, Orc Death is actively talking with us. Orc Death is telling us his backstory. Orc Death has fears. Orc Death has wants and needs, and he's very engaging as Orc Death, and he's learned to kind of embrace role-playing and stepping into another character's shoes, and I really have loved watching that.
That's super cool.
It is super cool. Old Kick says, as living things are NPC, plants, spiders, the monster, shopkeepers, they all have a story. They should, even if it's made up on the spot. Give your world life. Yes. Also, undead are NPC. Don't want to be Deathist. Don't be Deathist, bro.
Don't be Deathist.
Don't be Deathist. Undead are NPCs. Undead are people too.
Oh wait, there was one. Let me see if I can find that. But it was talking about literally anything can be an NPC, even like a force or an idea. It's very cool. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, technically you're playing gods as NPCs, so that's a thing.
Right. Would you consider them NPCs, though, if they're not active?
Well, because, depending on how deep you want to get into the world lore, because they're always doing something whether you see it or not. Like,
right.
Stuff is always moving. The gears are always turning.
Oh, here we go.
Boop, boop.
He says, if you can drill down to the concept of an NPC, you can do some pretty amazing things. In one of my campaigns, the PCs were exploring a city that was literally alive. You couldn't talk to it. It didn't have a mouth, but it could manifest in some pretty powerful ways. It could suddenly change its layout and cause accidents. It could manifest a variety of magical effects. It behaved like a living entity. And he just goes to say that even a landscape can have a personality and be like role played as a force that has, I don't know, a personality. So
that's interesting. Yeah. If it's cognitively interacting with the characters in a way that is, if it's cognitively interacting in a way that shows that it has its own life force to it and its own kind of, if it's shown in a way that it's, I guess, I don't know what I was going with. Alive, that's the word. Thank you.
Yeah. It says, with the right frame of mind, any natural force can be an NPC. A blistering landscape can be an NPC if the GM thinks of it as a vengeful, dying husk that hates all living things because it was blasted by environmental disasters and now seeks to punish anyone who sets foot on the city walls.
Oh shit. I really like that.
That's awesome.
I know, I'm like, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, most people just kind of think of it as like the shopkeep.
Yeah, that's usually the first thought.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think of like video games where you go and buy something and the guy's like,
fine dwarven crafts.
Exactly. But if the DM or GM actually plays them with a motivation and not just an interaction, like an exchange, I think it's much more fun.
Oh yeah. Like if you kind of put like a little bit of like personality and life into a character, they're much more than a shopkeep, because there's like, you'd say that your characters, because everybody loves the shopping trip in D&D. You go, you've got your list and you're buying everything, and you just have like the one shopkeep, and it's like, it could just be one of those one and done. Here's your list. What do you want? This much gold. Okay, goodbye. But then there are some DMs that like to put a little flair into the shopkeep. Like I'm drawing here, one of the first shopkeeps I was introduced to in Sacred World, which is T the Wise, and he's very exquisite. He was and it was the most bizarre shopping trip we've ever had, because I didn't know what we were in for. All I knew was we just finally made it to civilization. We were in this brand new city, and we didn't know what we expected. I'm gonna zoom in so I can line him. And next thing we know, we were told there's this gnomish man standing in the middle of a crowded, busy street, and he's looking at you. And next thing you know, he's doing the whole Renfest bit where you're walking down the main strip and there's shopkeeps all standing outside, and if you make eye contact with them, it's like, oh, nope, stop, come here. You're going in my shop, you're gonna buy something.
Yeah, I hate that
so
much.
Every time. I've just stopped making eye contact at Renfest.
I just stare at my shoes as I walk.
It's just like, nope, no, not interacting. Or I just pretend I'm on my phone, just like, no.
Oh, here we go. Instead of approaching the interaction as a scene for you to manage to dole out the necessary information, approach it like your victory is not assured. Approach it like the NPC is your character, and you've got to make and and you've got to make what you want happen. Approach it as if it is a role-playing challenge. Why is this important for the character? What is the character willing to do to make it happen?
Interesting. I'm trying to think of an actual answer to that.
Yeah.
Because let's see. Because essentially, and it's usually kind of hard, especially when you're if you're streaming your game and you're on a time limit, and you're like being conscious that I only have 3 hours to do this. As a DM, you're just having to plan what is it that I need my players to accomplish in order to get through this next bit. And so I'm trying to think in terms of when I've had to DM, and sometimes my purpose is I just want you guys to try to, I guess, explore the world a bit and just get to understand a little bit of what's going on, because there's like so much that could be happening. Like NPCs are just wells of information that could potentially lead you down a path that not even the DM expects. Like there could be I could just have like an NPC off to the side talking about how it's like, oh man, like my wife ran out on me and I'm really sad about it. And then a player could be like, oh, what can we do to help? And now all of a sudden this player wants to pursue this storyline and everybody's super adamant on it. So, okay, now I got to figure out what's happening here with this guy. Why is his wife missing? Maybe a vampire took her. I don't know. There's just like a whole bunch of crazy shit that could be happening. And next thing you know, everybody's under a city looking for a beholder.
Yeah. When I DM, I do the living world thing where if you're not there, it's stuff still happening. If you don't do a certain thing, someone else is going to do it.
Yeah, that's essentially how it works for us, especially in Sacred World. I try to keep the same thing going for Horde of the Dragon Queen, but it's like as you're kind of scaling back and back, you realize how much shit is happening, and you're like, oh my god. And that's when all the red strings start coming out, and you're like in your cave trying to like plot the next like 500 years.
Yeah.
But no,
I think it's important. There's a lot of like cause and effect.
Oh yeah. Oh,
happening,
definitely.
It's what makes it fun, and your choices matter, and it actually feels like it's real.
Yeah, the first time that ever happened to us, I feel, in Vic's own opinion, when I felt like, oh no, the things we do actually have a cause and effect here, was when we met Dis.
Don't hurt me.
I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it because it's important. So we met Dis, this tiefling that was living under the Sea Devil's Tavern. We heard about the Sea Devil, which was this pirate ship. And we're like, oh, cool, we need a ship to go to this island that's out in the middle of, that's just like a little ways out, like by a mile. Because we didn't know what a mile was, apparently, and we could have just used a dinghy. Because we're idiots. We wanted a whole pirate ship. So we talk, we try to find the guy who owns the ship. We can't find him. We're eventually pointed to the Sea Devil's Tavern. Funny enough. We find out about a devil that lives in the basement, and we're like, oh shit, that sounds dramatic. And then we go, and there's a literal devil living in the basement. And his name was Dis, and he was severely depressed and a drunk and angry about everything. And then he was just like this NPC that was there to, I couldn't say what for, other than Jesus has the notes for that, but he was there as a plot point for something. And because that it was a result of some events that happened way before we ever discovered him. And West took it upon himself he's like, oh man, this guy, I kind of get it. He connected with this NPC. He had like a little bit of a talk with him, and then he gave him his emotional support bag of tricks, I will say. Because Wes had a bag of tricks, and he always used it to like bring out animals, and like it was like a fun thing to do. And so he looked at this tiefling and was like, man, this is really sad. And so he took he felt like he needed a friend. So he took the bag of tricks, gave it to Dis, and he was like, here, I think you need this. And he gave him like this little pep talk of, it's not your fault. Don't let people get you down on how you perceive yourself. I believe you're a good person. And that apparently swayed Dis enough that he came out of the basement after we completed our task on the island, or part of our task on the island. And that's when a whole fight started between him and the NPC Tin, who actually owned the boat, which they were both crew members. Dis was the former captain, Tin was the crew member. And they started a whole fight. Guards were involved. Guards got killed because Dis got angry and his rage was triggered. And because his rage was triggered, he started killing people. And that's when we realized, oh shit, that's bad. And so Dis gets hauled off to the jail, to the city jail. And we're like, well, shit, what do we do about that? We had talks about staging a jailbreak for him. And we were going to do it, but then it felt like it was pressed that we had to take care of what was happening on this island first because people were disappearing and there was like some weird nature stuff going on. So we're like, oh shit, we got to do this real quick. And we go and do that, kill the aboleth. We lose our friend Tin, which was really sad, and he died during the fight because he came along with us. And then we came back, we're going back to the castle, and then we find out Dis was executed. And we're like, what the fuck? We were gonna save him, and Jesus was like, yeah, I know, it's too bad. I told you when his execution was, like, I've hinted at this happening. And we're like, oh shit, you did. Oh shit.
It's your fault, hurt.
I know, it's my fault. Yeah, so it's one of those moments where we're like, oh shit. Did I? Okay. Layer check, bro. Just making sure.
I'm on sketch layer, bro.
Alright, I for a second, I thought I was on sketch layer when I aligned, and I was like, oh fuck.
You're about to be so upset.
I was gonna be really upset because I'm really vibing with this T sketch. Yeah, so it was just that moment of, oh shit, the story's not gonna wait for us. It's gonna keep happening whether we like it or not, whether we interact with it or not, and we just lost a potential friend and some plot points because we decided that it was more important to go do something else first. And that was just like my first moment of, this world's gonna keep moving whether I like it or not. And that's why I'm really nervous about whatever the heck is going on with the Null Priestess and Whitestone. Because that's concerning. But we're going back to the Underdark first to go save some friends. Because it's part of Orc Death's plotline.
God, I almost gave I almost gave Alistair Grayson's hair. Oh god.
Oh lord. So why are you drawing that good boy over there?
Because Alistair was an NPC.
What?
He was.
Oh
he
my
was
god.
Actually an NPC. Yeah. He was good. Poor child.
Poor child.
Oh, he got some bad stuff dished to him.
Aw, poor guy.
Yeah. In his original campaign, he was my backup, but to keep the characters, I guess, in the loop of what was going on, like our backups in case they needed to be brought out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Our DM was like, hey, I'm going to be controlling your guys' backups, so they're actually going to be active in the world, and you might run into them depending on where you guys go.
I mean, yeah.
And and then we happened to run into Alistair in a port town.
Aww.
Because he was on a pirate ship. He was working for Gentil.
Gentil Duma.
Yep, he was working for Gentil, doing really bad things, but he didn't understand that he was doing bad things.
Oh, Allie.
He had no idea.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, my boss said that they took these from him and these are his, and it's completely fine. The door's jammed. I just have to open it.
The door's stuck, bro. I got you.
I got you, bro. Yeah, so he was an NPC that Grayson got to interact with, and he hated every minute of it. That
sounds about right.
Yeah.
I feel like he would hate every minute of it.
Yeah, it was bad. But it was fun. But yeah, he was originally an NPC, which
That's
I think
funny.
is fun. I like the idea of like putting your backup characters into a campaign.
Yeah, we did the same thing for Sacred World actually. Recently with our new party member Cole, because he and I think that's a good idea. It's like a good organic way to introduce a character, because that way you know that they are there in the world, and it's not like all of a sudden this person pops into existence. Hey, I'm in your party now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we did that with Cole when Tab, she made it apparent that Aurea would not be coming with us to the Underdark because it was a conflict of opinion. Aurea did not want to go back to the Underdark because that place scared her, and she had a lot of pent-up mess about it. And she wanted to stay with her family. So she worked with Jesus and made Cole, like the Rock.
Yeah.
And
He
started as an NPC who rolled into town with a bunch of soldiers. And then he screwed up everyone's plans. And that was fun. I thought that was great. Hey, we're gonna, like, bring the queen back, but we're gonna wait a minute, and we're gonna see how this will affect us. And then Cole shows up, and he's like, oh, I already did it. You're welcome.
Little shit.
He's such a little shit. Bless him.
I love him.
Yeah, so that was fun in itself.
But yeah, I agree. It's a really organic way to
Mhm.
introduce NPCs that would-be player characters should the need arise.
Oh, yeah. And it's also just, I always think it's like the best moment ever when there's an NPC that you interacted with, and it was just like a weird, it was like kind of one of those moments where, especially with Ariel, he hated Cole from the minute he saw him because it's like, well, he didn't trust him is what I should say. Because he's like, because Angel and Tiefling, like, we've had that discussion, but he's
not very trusting.
Yeah, he wasn't very trusting. He's not very trusting of strangers and people he doesn't rightly know. There was like a whole first episode with me role-playing as West and trying to work together with Ariel, and Ariel never spoke a single word to West, and West was just talking the whole goddamn time and would not shut up.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. He's like, wow, you're really quiet. Anyway, so I don't know how I got down here. I was just up in the mountains, and now there's these weird women that were, like, trying to drug me, and Ariel's just, like, going through this whole place, like, God fucking kill me. When will he shut up? Paylor, spare me.
Aw.
But yeah, no, so there was, like, kind of, like, the same thing that was happening with, like, Ariel and Cole. They had, like, a very differencing of opinion and viewpoints. And then the fateful time when we were on the road and there was somebody that was being kidnapped by goblins, and we went to go save them, and it was like, hey, it's the same tiefling that you saw on the road. And then Jesus was like, hey, Tabitha, describe your new character. And there's just that moment where you could just hear Ariel just sigh and go, oh no.
My favorite part was Colton going, wait, what is this tiefling's name?
He got so mad about it. That was funny.
It was unintentional that I picked a character that had...
I forgot what color T's eyes are. I don't know what color they are. Jesus! Are you there?
That had,
Please, give
Colton's
me T's eye
nickname.
color.
I also didn't know that Colton was technically left-handed.
That's funny to me. I thought that was the funniest thing. He's like, I'm left-handed, you know? And I'm like, I never noticed. I don't notice anything.
Green eyes.
It's
Green
just
eyes.
a thing for me every week that
Sweet.
I have to give a little bit of fun facts.
Fun facts about
my
Cole.
characters.
Oop. There he is. Exquisite.
Oh my god, the sparkles.
Oh, you have to have the sparkles. He's exquisite. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that alley, bro. What a good boy.
Eventually, I'm gonna get a tablet that I can actually draw on. That would be fantastic.
One day, bro. We'll get there. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Help me get a tablet
Help.
that I can draw on for these
Help.
draw piles.
Help, please. Help, please. Better art, yes.
What does our...
What's the chat say? I'm gonna draw a shark man because I love tin.
Fun fact about Cole, just a bunch of socks filled with coal in a vaguely tiefling shape.
Yes. That is correct.
I can't get over that that's still... there's 3 running jokes with him, and that is...
Fun fact about drawing tin, I can't fucking draw him. Because I either have to go from this angle, or this angle.
Do that one.
Eh.
Wait here, let me give it a shot.
You gotta go for it, bro. I'll color Allie.
Damn Simics.
Fucking Simics, bro. Tell you what. Any Simic stands in the crowd tonight?
Did I do it?
Yes, you did it.
Ah.
Perfect.
He's like,
Rawr. He had like this hook that he used as a weapon. It was cool. Like it had like these like apparatus. Yes. It was so great. West.
He had a hook where basically he could like turn it or whatever.
Yeah, because he was technically a wizard,
Yeah.
and that was the funny part. He was technically a wizard.
He was technically a wizard from Ravnica.
Yep.
I have so many NPCs.
Talk about him, bro.
I have the whole druid tribe of NPCs.
Oh, that's right, you do.
Horde.
Yeah. Oh,
All of them.
I've got some NPCs. You can draw them next.
I don't know. Addie's technically an NPC. He was.
Technically was, yeah.
Hey, I gotta.
He was just built for the tavern.
That's right, yeah.
I got an NPC.
What's your NPC tab?
It's one from your game.
Oh, from my game? Which game?
Zenebe.
Zenebe. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was an NPC that Steph helped me build because he was tied to Ophelia's backstory. Because he's technically her nanny. There's another word for it, but technically he was her nanny. Because she spent most of her life living on ships and traveling around with the crew that basically toted around her parents' business, and that was how she learned how to sail. And she learned about her patron through Caspian, the first mate. I should draw Caspian too. I love Caspian.
Another one, if you want to also mention the raccoon.
Caspian's very handsome. I do not recall having any raccoon NPCs. Thank you.
Stranger?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, God.
The NPC that showed up for like 3 episodes and then left. Which
I feel like
He's still memorable in our
It happens.
I feel like NPCs can also be, for me, they're characters that don't have stats.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like they're 100% not meant to do any type of like
Where you just have a
anything.
base HP at 12 for them and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, like if you have to make rolls for them, it's just a solid 20, like no modifiers or anything.
Yeah, just like eh. Yeah.
Shortbeard says all of Grayson's children are technically NPCs.
They are technically NPCs. I have to control every single one of them.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. They're all handfuls. Because they all take after their dads.
Oh Lord, help them.
I know, right? Bro. I'm not gonna lie, Alistair looks a little high. And I think that's great.
He probably is.
That was supposed to be his like his thing. Like he was supposed to like talk about tea leaves as if he was like a stoner.
Oh my god.
Like
Bro.
it's supposed to these like tea leaves are supposed to be purple, not violet. But it's fine, you probably just got a bad batch.
Check it out, I got this crossbreed.
Oy. Allie, you sweet child.
You sweet, sweet child. He probably doesn't even know what a drug is now.
No. No, he don't.
Oh. I gotta write some scenes.
Alistair and Wes do peyote.
Oh god.
It would be like the druid camp situation. It'll be fine.
Oh, they just show up in the druid camp and it's like, here, take this questionable herb.
It's fine. You'll see. You'll figure it out. It's good.
And then they wake up in the middle of the woods. It's 4 a.m. They've lost their clothes and all their belongings because they just got robbed.
Oh no! Bro,
All right,
our stuff got up and walked away.
Oh shit, when did it grow legs?
Oh my god. Bless these morons.
Absolute morons. Okay. Let's save.
I'm gonna save these two. Who do you want to talk about in the comic that's an NPC?
There's one that I need to draw a picture of, and
Are you gonna... which one?
I think I was gonna talk about the one I've been using recently in Tavern. Because...
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Because I think she's fun. I think she's neat. She's been a fun, and I guess that goes along with, like, playing an NPC, is you're jumping into someone else's shoes while also kind of channeling your own, in a way. Because you gotta, there's like a weird foundation that happens, I don't know, where it's like, you're playing some form of yourself, but at the same time, you're like trying to put a different twist on it because you're DM and you have to wear like 100 different hats at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna draw a boy as well.
Okay. Boo. So, sketch.
I'm just gonna do a very rough sketch of him.
Let me get my... Boop. Oh, Grayson.
It's not Grayson.
Oh, it's not. I saw the pout and I was like, Grayson.
No, you'll see here.
Oh, it's the other one. Okay.
This one.
Yeah, that's the one. I knew it. Yeah. This is true.
I should bring him into the tavern. That'd be fun.
I mean, Sister
like
Sarah's hanging out there.
I need to bring in someone else for a full.
Let me... Yeah, so well, as a DM, like, how have you handled, like, NPCs, I would say? Like, how do you project through them?
Project through an NPC?
Yeah, do you project through an NPC, or do you just, like, kind of have, like, a base, like, list of personality traits that you work off of? Which I figure is hard for, like, every NPC, because...
For NPCs, I usually just kind of make it up on the spot.
Okay.
Honestly,
yeah, I could see that, because sometimes you gotta make an NPC on the fly when somebody's like, I want to go over there. And then you have to remember that your world is filled with NPCs. And like, I'm always reminding you guys, it's like, you can talk to the NPCs, they know things. Please talk to my NPCs. And then there's come a day when you'll want to talk to the first 100 you see, and I'll be like, oh shit. Yeah.
I think people don't appreciate NPCs as much as they should.
I love a good NPC, but that's just me.
The only NPCs I made that I actually looked at the book and randomly picked the personality and built around that way was Irian and Juniper.
Oh, okay.
Were the only ones I did that for. But after I had like their traits and like a little bit of like an idea on like a backstory just kind of based off of something random like a dice roll, I then was like, okay, then how do they fit into this world and like whatnot. So I feel like nothing's ever truly random with NPCs. At least they shouldn't be.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, fair.
I care way too much about like why people do things.
Thoughts on doing voices for NPCs?
Oh god.
I mean, I think it depends on like your playstyle as a DM mostly.
I would love to, but I suck at it.
I mean, I suck at it too, but sometimes there's an NPC that just calls to you and you're like, this one needs a voice. This one needs a voice. Like, I think one of my favorite NPC voices that I've done, and I'm not going to say Stranger, because Stranger is a curse, is, there was, I was using, it was like in the early parts of, Horde of the Dragon Queen, and there was an NPC that was kind of like, I guess Janva's foil in a way, where she was very adamant and very passionate about being in the cult and about essentially doing a lot of shitty things to shitty people just for their own personal gain. And I kind of vibed mostly with like if you've ever played Dragon Age Inquisition, I used Cassandra's voice as a base for her. And it was just, I was like, I feel like I'm not doing a good job, but I really like the energy she's bringing when I use this voice. And I just enjoyed it. It was a very terrible, watered down sort of French accent. But it made her sound very refined and very kind of scary, in my opinion.
Even better.
Yeah.
I don't know what voice this guy would have.
Let me think.
Don't you dare say French.
No, of course not. Not all elves are French, excuse you. I have subscribed to Tagalog being the spoken elven dialect.
Yes.
Like if I had to pick like a voice actor for him, or just like a general tone of voice.
A general tone, I guess. Right? It's hard. I'm
thinking, like, I'm leaning one way, but then I'm like, no, wait. I feel like he's like the, I don't know why, but like just like kind of like the 90s rebel bad boy kind of. I don't know.
He's like a Christian Slater.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh God.
Oh Lord, that would be scary.
Oh Lordy.
So yeah, these are two people from the Alistair.
Yeah, two NPCs. We have what's that guy? Do we want to say names?
Yeah, it's Jayon. He is a paladin.
Paladin. Emphasize on pal.
Oh. Pal.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's Spanvis.
Expand this to right below. Because I want to make the other guy too.
Oh, do it.
Let me get his reference real fast.
Ooh, why did that happen? I'm kind of liking it. I'll stick with it. I like it. I gave her a little, like, hair nub. It gives her personality.
I love me a good hair nub.
There we go. She's got pearl earrings because she's a grandma. She's only 50, judging by her bio.
You guys need to know. We really should be doing bios.
I created a whole bio for her, so that's a thing.
We got it.
In my fancy Alistair notebook that I have. Hell yeah. That'd be fun to release every now and then. Just be like, hey, here's these people. Enjoy them. Yeah, and this is good old Sister Sarah. And yes, she was a nun before she became a paladin. She is Alistair's mentor. Alistair's mentor.
Yep.
And she, she trained the boys and taught them the ways of being a paladin and all of the righteous goodness.
The boys?
The boys. Yes, I'm saying the boys.
Uh-oh.
You said he's a paladin, she's a paladin. It's easy to refer. I see a red dot going through my window now. I think I have to stop talking. I'm giving too much away. I'm giving too much away.
It's not me.
Are you sure?
It's not me.
It's Mac.
I'm in the attic, bro.
It's Mac.
It probably is, honestly. He's lounging right now.
He pulls out a walkie from beneath his, like, basking rock. Do it now.
Take the shot!
There she is. Good old Sister Sarah. Yeah, I love Sister Sarah, because she just started as a regular NPC for just, like, a roleplay text adventure we were doing, and then now she's, like, a whole character. I actually don't like how this looks.
This is a really, really crappy drawing of this guy, but oh well.
And, hey, it's fine. It's draw pile. We can only do so much. There we go. I love her. She's a woman that exudes confidence. And I gotta do her scars.
Sadness.
Sadness. There's lore here, guys. Wait, hold on. I should do it on the line layer. Yeah. Yeah, so she's also a paladin. She trained Alistair and all that goodness.
She trained Alistair in goodness?
In all that goodness, thank you.
Oh, I thought you said in goodness, just in general.
She, out of the goodness of her heart, she took him in and just went, oh god.
Bless her.
Lady, you have the patience of a saint.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she's, I still love that we're referring to them as NPCs. Because they're non-protagonists.
Non-protagonists.
That's still the weirdest phrase I've heard today.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
It does make sense, but it's, like, not what I usually hear, so that's why it's just so oddly different for me. Color her eye in, her eye is blue. Yeah, so I'll just read her bio out as I'm coloring, because it's there. And we'll probably make a nice pretty one for later. So, Sister Sarah, she's a race human, class paladin. And as I revealed in the tavern earlier, she is also Oath of the Ancients. She is 5'7", weighs 155 pounds. She has faded auburn hair with streaks of gray. She's 50 years old. Her eyes are sky blue. And the character notes is she has 2 claw-marked scars over her right eye. Right there. And she is a woman of sharp wit and even sharper blade. And an orphan as a result of war and strife. She was taken in by the order at the age of 10 and trained at first to be a nun before she caught the eye of one of the paladins who eventually ended up training her. She was considered a prodigy and rose through the ranks and was knighted at the early age of 16. And then at the age of 24 was when she received the horrible scar, when she undertook a quest that resulted in some very life-changing events for her.
Yes.
And it was that event that left her very bitter and hardened for many years until, at the age of 29, she met a young page by the name of Alistair. And that's her story.
Bless her.
Bless this woman for trying. Yeah, there we go. So I color her in, and I'm gonna double check on chat. Shortbeer says, I think you know how I feel about voicing NPCs. Ah, yes, Cassandra, my love, I'm still bitter that I couldn't romance her through my first playthrough, because I was playing a female Kunari, and I wanted it, but I couldn't.
Give.
Please, my love, give. Oh. Shortbeard says that he could definitely hear Sam Riegel voicing Jayon.
Oh, Lord.
Specifically an early Tarian voice. Oh. I mean, yeah, maybe. Also...
You'll have to get a lowdown of his personality first.
Oh yeah, I gotta make a whole profile for him. He seems like fun. Tadpole says that Sister Sarah is hot, and you are correct. Alright, I just gotta get that color.
Correct.
You are very correct, thank you. There we go. That color her hair. So, as I know we're about to fall into silence, so I need to ask the question. So how, in extending the question to chat, because this is always a fun topic, and I know that people are very, very divided on it, what are your thoughts on PCs becoming DMPCs, or just DMPCs in general? When it comes through, I guess, a DM throwing a character into a game. Do you have an opinion on that? Do you have an opinion on DMPCs?
I think it's fun. I think it lets the DM actually, like, have someone in the party that can, like, kind of get them in the right direction and not get sidetracked.
And it's like they're all, and it's like you feel, I mean, for me, because I've, in two campaigns that I've DM'd, I've had an NPC turn into a DMPC, so I guess you could say I'm biased in the sense of it's fun, I guess, to quest an adventure along with your with you know, your party and feel involved in it besides just pulling the strings for a moment. Like every time I have Xavier enter combat and successfully like manage to I guess best an enemy, there's a moment of pride in me that I feel where I'm just like, yes baby, you're doing it. You're becoming that knight. He's so
proud.
Aww.
He doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember, but he's so proud.
proud.
Aww. My heart. You'll remember one day.
He's gonna fix it.
Oh. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like Xavier, I just brought him on as like as just like an NPC to kind of introduce Grayson's arc as we're going through at the moment, along with Berterai now, because we are now in the mire. So
great.
I know it's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, hello.
And all I smell is pizza because Tabitha cooked pizza, and all I smell is like garlicky pizza right now. It's distracting me very much.
Should I put this guy's name on screen or just keep him a secret?
Flip a coin.
Oh god. Oh god.
Or roll a dice. I don't know. It's up to you. What does your heart feel?
I'll roll a
As
D100.
in true Dungeons and Dragons fashion, we are just gonna roll for it.
High or low?
Say
yes.
High.
41. Low. We're gonna keep it a secret.
He's a secret.
He's a secret.
It's okay. You'll get to know him. Okay, let's see. Little Green Agamede says, my dad used to do it for us when we were little and playing to make things easier for us, but we don't really have that in our current campaign with Ellis. Aw, that's so sweet. That just, I don't know, I really like that. Just your dad playing D&D with you when you were little. That warms my heart. My dad used to play Gamma World with me, and then all my characters died because that game was super hard. He did not hold back on us. He was like, roll the dice. Oh shit, you're dead. Your character lost an arm. Oh, fuck. Let's see, I'm Shortbeard. I'm fine with it personally as long as they don't hog the spotlight. Yeah, that's how I'm always worried about, I guess, because you're the DM and you're pulling all the strings, so you're just like, oh no, am I, like, intentionally doing this to, like, make them seem cooler than they are and trying to, like, make them better than the actual players that are playing my game that I wrote for them? That's always a fear of mine. Let's see. I've had 2 DMPCs in separate games. They were always supporting characters in utility and roleplay. Both in utility and roleplay. Yeah, which is essentially what I try to do for Xavier. because he's a very strong character. So, and I've used his current experience in the game as essentially a tool to handicap him in a way. So mechanically he's not like making this making encounters too easy for the party. It also helps that I kind of follow the rule of whenever it's initiative combat, I put the NPCs at the end of the initiative order so that everybody gets a turn first and then the NPCs do their thing and clean up. So it's I feel like it's a nice cushion, and also it gives you guys time to do your thing and be cool. And then he can just follow up with, and Xavier does this. And that's pretty much it.
Murders everyone.
And Xavier just murders everyone. Let's see. Jesus says, it's a tool. Remember, it's not your show. It's the players. This comes from, I'm not reading that on stream. This comes from a very mindful, kind, and open-hearted individual. And no one will know what chat really said when this is on YouTube.
Oh, here's a quote from that article,
yeah,
by the way, that I think needs to be tattooed on everyone's forehead.
Oh, what's up?
Don't run the game, run the NPCs.
Yes. I agree.
I agree too.
It's because you can't...
I think people forget that NPCs are, like, the little bit, like, the heart of the whole game.
They're literally the tool that you walk into town and there's a quest marker above their head saying, hey, talk to me. Like, it's... Because Dungeons & Dragons, you're all about creating a world for your characters to interact with and an adventure for them to go on, and those adventures are going to include... Like, if you think of it, it's like everyday life. You go outside and there's people that have their own stories and motivations going on out there. And if you talk to them, you might learn something new and something engaging that completely changes your life or something. Or not. But still, they're there. And they're doing their own thing. And however you choose to interact with the world in a way reacts to how you choose to interact with it.
Yeah.
Weird philosophy moment.
Philosophy moment?
I don't know. I'm trying to sound smart and I'm not that smart, okay?
No, I think it's a good point. Like, they're there for a reason. They're living in this world. They know things. Ask them questions.
Yeah, ask them questions. Ask Xavier questions. Ask any NPC that you stumble upon questions. Like, it's a good thing to do. Like, it's a good rule of thumb to have.
I hate it when you're playing and the NPC just starts giving exposition and you're just like...
Yeah, and...
I don't know, it takes the fun out of, like, investigating.
It's like that whole, It reminds me of, like, when you're running through Skyrim and you're just walking by all the NPCs and they're just, like, rambling off all this different stuff and you're like, what?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I like that, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's fun, but it's like, I guess also in the sense of, well, like you said, like, just, like, giving unnecessary exposition.
Right.
And you're like, wait, did I ask? What's up? I don't care about your knee.
Took an arrow to the knee.
And I'm intrigued now. But no, yeah, like, it's good for them to give plot hooks, for sure. Like, I get that, like, I mean, because I feel like I'm also that person. I want to show off my characters. I wrote them so good. Like, let me show you how cool they are. But there's like a point where you gotta dial it back and you're like, okay, wait a minute. They just give them what they need. If they want to probe more, then it's always there for them to probe more on. Like, just don't go into, like, a whole spiel about how this, how the governor of a town... came across how the governor of a town had essentially come across an ancient dragon mask artifact and kept it hidden within the walls of his castle for his entire lifetime due to the shame of his past adventuring party's faults because he was a grand adventurer in that time, and that was your plot point. I mean...
Yeah, well.
That's a thing.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
It's fine. That's like that was episode 1. You're fine. It's gone. It's forever. It's gone forever. It's happened. But the story was there if you asked.
Oh, well. I think people miss out on the opportunities.
I mean, it happens. I mean, there's so much going on, and whenever you're playing, and especially if you're playing on a time frame and you're conscious of that time frame, you're like, I need to get the information I need as quick as possible, and I need to go do this, and then I need to go find this. I got to find this within the 3 hours that I have to stream this, and I feel like for us, time kind of like pushes us a bit, and we're like conscious of it. Where, say, if you had like a 10-hour session, there would be more time to kind of sit and sift through the meat of things.
Not necessarily.
No.
We're just bigger idiots later on. Like, we had this whole situation with the old group that I played with, Grayson's original group, where we were like...
Bro, lair check. That's on Sketchler.
Which one is?
Your lines are on... your lines are on Sketchler.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's whatevs. Okay.
But we were like 2 months into the campaign when we figured out we could unfold the map. and there was like a completely different continent.
Oh my god.
Well, the way he had the map set up is he had a piece of paper that was folded in two, and on one side was the continent we were on, and the other side we didn't know what it was. We're like, oh man, like where's this at? And then like we would try to figure it out. Like all we knew was we had to go south. That's all. That's like our only clue we got. And then we were just like, oh man, I wonder where this part of the map is. I bet it's like in the Feywild or something. And our DM just looks at us and he just unfolds the map. He's like, guys, this is where you're going. And
holy
we're like, oh my
shit.
God. It was the best ever. And
that's
we also
amazing.
Out, do Arcana checks frequently, y'all.
Oh, that's why you're always asking me for an Arcana check.
Well, yeah, because I was like, Grayson's gonna do an Arcana check on the map, and the DM's like, thank God, because apparently there's a bunch of, like hidden stuff on the map, like that was written like with magic or something, and like there was a bunch of like hidden cities that weren't on the map.
That's amazing.
I was like, oh.
Also, Jesus makes a good point in chat. It's like in film, sometimes for the sake of it, you have to kill your baby, and if it's a good baby, there is a chance that you could always bring it back somewhere else. So there's always a chance to like kind of weave things around in a way that works for the campaign without trying to bog down with like too much. And as Shane says, hello, random barkeep. This town was founded 100 years ago by Talwyn Cornbread Belmont. Yada, 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 yada. You know, in that moment in the game when you're just, like, furiously smashing the A button just to skip dialogue.
I really want Cornbread Belmont to be, like, Alistair's ancestor, because I feel like Cornbread would be a perfect nickname. Cornbread
Belmont. He's gonna stumble across an old man and be like, Cornbread, is that you?
Cornbread was my grandfather.
That makes me happy that Alistair knows that.
I don't know if Alistair would know that. Anything about his family, actually.
That's fair. He stumbles across some kind of like ancient like prophecy of the chosen one of Cornbread Belmont.
Cornbread Belmont.
Oh god. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've already saved this. So if you want to save it, go for it.
Oh yeah, let me save it.
Okay, because I'm gonna start erasing. Because I have a thing that was brought to me by a good Professor Socks / Sir Hydration on our Alistair Discord.
Okay, I'm safe.
Reminder to stay hydrated as I drink my water. Okay.
I have water right here.
Drink your water, bro! Boop. And boop. Oh, only Jayon was left. Boop.
Jayon's sticking around.
He may not, no. So, as it's, because my Dungeon Master guide is all the way across the room, and I did not think to grab it in this moment. If you've, I mean, unlike some people, I only use it for loot. I should read through it. This is a terrible admittance to make, but I should read through it. There's actually useful information in there. I know during one of my skimmings of it, there is a table where you could build NPCs with. And you can also build enemies with it too. Like there's like a whole like chart where you can like roll for it and you can create your NPCs and build them that way, and it's pretty fun. Like down to like motivation, what are their ideals, what are their flaws? I think they have a flaws table. I don't recall. I could grab it.
Probably.
I should grab it, but I'm like trapped by wires right now.
Don't do it, bro.
Don't
Too much
do.
energy.
I have one option. Tabby,
Oh god.
can you grab something for me? I love you. Can you grab my Dungeon Master book? I forgot to grab it before the stream. Thank you, I love you and cherish you. You are the light of my life.
Good lord.
Thank you! Okay, as I scroll through my book, creating adventures, creating non-player characters, chapter 4. Wow, I should have had this open. Page 89. And it says in the book, non-player character is any character controlled by the Dungeon Master. NPCs can be enemies or allies, regular folk, or named monsters. Ooh. So it literally just encapsulated everything. They include the local innkeeper, the old wizard who lives in the tower on the outskirts of town. Grayson, is that you?
Can Grayson have a wizard tower at some point?
I feel he should.
Deserves one.
He can go find one.
He wants his own. Come on.
Okay, go build your own. Get the mason.
He's gonna do it.
Oh god. Gonna find some real estate outside Waterdeep. Be like, no, I want it on that side of the cliff.
I want a wizard tower on the boat, thank you.
Oh, Grayson. Let's see. And, okay, so the Death Knight out to destroy the kingdom and the dragon counting gold in its cavernous lair. This chapter shows you how to flesh out non-player characters for your game. And so it has down to NPC appearance, NPC abilities, talents, mannerisms, interaction traits, ideals, bonds, flaws and secrets. So they have a secret table, too. So, and it's kind of, I like how it kind of gets a little bit detailed. Like, there's, like, more that you can probably build off of. Shane says, giggles, Strahd is an NPC.
Oh, God.
NPC appearance, you have things from distinctive jewelry to piercings, flamboyant or outlandish clothes. Formal clean clothes, missing teeth, missing fingers, unusual eye color, tattoos, birthmarks, unusual skin color. I like how bald is an appearance trait in here. Nervous eye twitch, distinctive nose, distinctive posture, exceptionally beautiful or exceptionally ugly.
Aw.
That's subjective. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. Let's see. Abilities, strength, dexterity, constitution. You get to roll for their best abilities and their worst abilities. So strength, powerful, brawny, strong as an ox. Strength, if it was your weakness, is feeble and scrawny. Dexterity, clumsy and fumbling. Talents, play a musical instrument, paint beautifully, sing. Expert cook, expert dart thrower or rock skipper. Knows thieves can't. I like how that's a skill. Just a useful talent to have.
Helpful skill.
That is a helpful skill to have, especially when you're in a party full of people who are not rogues and cannot speak or understand thieves can't. So when your rogue decides he's going to go do something, he's going to write a whole note in thieves can't and leave it for his party who doesn't know thieves can't. Jeremiah. Great plan. I just got the eye emojis. I'm just saying, you know, mannerisms.
You know, I love having NPCs that have like quirks or mannerisms.
These
or
are all
flaws.
fun.
I think flaws are much more fun.
Let me read through the flaw table. So flaws and secrets. It ranges from forbidden love or susceptibility to romance. Enjoys decadent pleasures. Arrogance. Are we just going down Grayson's list?
That's just Grayson. Like
this
all
is just
of that.
Grayson. Let's see. Envies another creature's positions or station. Overpowering greed. Overpowering greed. Prone to rage. Has a powerful enemy.
I think you're just reading disgrace now.
Specific phobia. Shameful or scandalous history.
Okay.
Secret crime or misdeed.
Who am I suing? This is literally like my boy.
It's just Grayson. Hold on. Yeah.
Is boot fetish one?
Hold up, there he is. This is the best Grayson I've ever drawn.
His hair is nearly not long enough. The white of his hair.
Excuse me.
There it is.
There.
Meh. For flaws.
Let's see. Secret crime or misdeed. Possession or of forbidden lore. And foolhardy bravery.
Oh, Lord.
So, I just clearly read all of Grayson's character sheet, obviously.
That's spooky.
Wow. Then,
I feel called out.
I
don't appreciate it.
I mean, yeah.
I need to take a picture of you to see this because it's actually kind of funny.
Oh. And then there's like a whole table where you can build villains, and that's awesome. I just want to talk about the villain one because I feel like we should have talked about this on the villains episode, but I didn't think about the table. Where they have like there's a whole list where they talk about villain schemes, and then there's methods to these schemes. So if you rolled for whatever their scheme is, so say you rolled for agricultural devastation as a scheme, your options were between blight, crop failure, drought, famine, or just that. Let's see, if you were building a villain for murder, there's a whole thing with assassination, cannibalism, dismemberment, drowning, electrocution, euthanasia, involuntary, disease, poisoning, stabbing, strangulation.
Oh my god.
There's like a whole like detailed list on like things that villains could do just to be assholes. And then there's like a whole build your own lich shit. So there's that. Yeah, so I think I need to make this one.
We made the boys. Those were all NPCs.
Yeah.
The blue boys, the druids, for crimes. Crimes?
I was trying to think of something funny to write down there, but I couldn't think of anything. There it is.
There, yep.
And save. So, the reason why I bring this table up is because, good friend Professor Sock / Sir Hydration on the Discord, he gave me a table to work with that we could build our own NPC with. And it's I think it's a table that we vibe very well with. As I type in Grayson wanted poster. Save. There. Okay. Get out of here, Grayson.
Save.
Enough of you. You saved him?
You can't have enough of him.
Never. You saved him? You good?
Oh, wait.
Oh, he went. Oh, wait. There he is.
Save. I should really put this as my computer background.
Oh, God. Yeah, putting that side by side with his actual painting, that's perfect.
The resemblance.
The resemblance is so uncanny. Just Grayson with the whole Flynn Rider. They can never get my nose right. So let me pull up this chart that was given to me. So this chart, where'd it go? Downloads.
Did you lose it?
I'm trying to get it. I'm getting it, bro. Hold on. It's like it's coming up as a black screen. That means I have to actually go to my DMs for it. Yeah. Oops. And open and original. There it is. Oh, that opened like 300 tabs. Nope. Okay. So this is, and I can probably save it and put it on the Discord later. So this is our random edgelord backstory table. So we can build an NPC out of this. So say we are in a campaign where a bunch of adventurers are coming through and we need to build an NPC for a really good plot hook. So we're just going to give him all of the edge. Because you need to make your NPC stand out for your player characters to go, hey, we should talk to that guy. Instead of Boblin the Goblin that's just sitting at the end of the bar. So.
You like him?
Oh, let me look. Because I'm looking at the table. God, he's perfect. That's the guy I want to talk to at the bar.
Heck yeah. You see a tall, long-legged man at the bar who looks like a lollipop.
Shane says, never had an eco-terrorist villain in a D&D game. Evil Druid Circle. I'm on it. Make the evilest Druid Circle. I'll do it for one game. Just watch. That beautiful leg. Alright, so and we can roll through the dice thing. So, or you know what? I will have chat roll, and they can build, and they can get the stuff for us. So, first person on chat to roll me a D100 for the first option for edgy antagonist.
Grayson.
So it reads as follows. Also, this is from Dungeon Masterminds. It's right there on the watermark. Do you want to make a new player character with a dark and tragic past? Great news! Now you can make your cookie-cutter edgelord backstory by simply rolling on random tables. Just roll percentile die 4 times in sequential order to complete your edge-filled backstory sentence. So, let's make a edgy NPC. So first D100 I will take is going to be the edgy antagonist of this story.
43.
43! Alright, I'll take 82 for the second one. Okay, so edgy antagonist 43, that gives us gnolls are our antagonists of this story.
Is a gnoll?
Well, I think what it is the well, this is like mostly a backstory genera, but yeah, let's pick a gnoll. Gnoll is going to be the NPC.
Wait, right? Gnoll.
So it's a gnoll.
Okay.
And the villains are gnolls. So this is a gnoll that's going against his tribe, I assume. And edgy action was 82 for Jeremiah. He was framed.
Oh my god.
He was framed for a crime. We don't know what that crime is, but he was framed for it. And 54 for the next one. Edgy victim. 54. Oh no!
What? What is it?
His crew of sailors!
Okay.
So him and his sailor buddies were framed by a bunch of...
No. Oh, man, just change that to
Damn
something
it.
else.
Son of a bitch! Let's just... Damn it. Let's just make him a tiefling.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Done.
And go ahead and draw him. Go ahead and draw him right down the bottom.
There it is.
Alright. Him standing next to the weird Grayson's making me laugh.
I didn't murder all those people. I was framed. I'm just a sweet baddie.
God, I love him.
Okay, let me double check. Nolene is the edgy villain. Oh my god, Nolene is the edgy villain.
Nolene.
Nolene. Nolene. The original
Nolene
edgy
was
antagonist. Nolene was framed. Okay, I need one more D100 roll, and I'm gonna take the first one that pops in chat. As we wait for the last roll, which is gonna be
What's
for
the last roll?
last roll's edgy outcome.
Oh, the outcome. Okay. I swear, if it's executed or hung or something, I'm just gonna.
Well, it's just like
my...
it's like ideals basically, like your mindset, this character's mindset. Like the outcome of this tragic past is this character's like mindset, essentially. As we wait for another roll. I don't know if it's coming. We're gonna wait awkwardly for a long time because delays are fun.
Yeah, I've got Nolene stuck in my head.
I'm gonna just start. Jazz hands.
Oh. It looks like an inflatable arm playing Tooth Man.
I mean, Grayson technically is, let's be real. The boots. 12. Oh boy. I don't like that one.
What
Because
is it?
well, it goes for a player character, so I null that one out. I nullify that one. Because it just says it will have no effect on how I roleplay my character.
Oh, boring.
I know, that's boring as hell.
Go the one below it.
And now I'm a murder hobo.
Oh, Lord.
I was framed for my crimes against humanity, and now I'm spiteful, and I'm going to be a murder hobo. Alright, so let's build an NPC, I guess. Or if chat wants to throw out any more flares to this. All suggestions will be taken and considered. Can't believe Nolene's the villain.
I'm trying to remember what Nolene looked like.
She had a pretty sick, like,
Braids, I remember that.
yeah, she had some braids. That was pretty cool. Nolene's the NPC. Yeah, I don't remember what hyenas look like.
I just Google Knowles and then look off that.
Fair. But hyenas are cool.
Hyenas are cool.
Boop, 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 hyenas. Give me that cute face. I like it when they're smiling and all their teeth are showing. Precious babos.
The crooked side smile.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, alright, I guess I'm sketching. Oh, let me change my color.
Sketch, line.
Boop, 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 boop. Let's find me a color. So get basic head shape out here.
Excuse me, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I need this. I need to send it to you.
Send it to me, bro. Let's see. What other NPC related things can I talk about? Like their cute little ears. Any questions you have for us, chat, about NPCs as we draw out Nolene? Nolene. God, Nolene's gonna end up like an NPC in the comic because of how much we're drawing her.
The fearsome pirate lord Nolene.
Oh God. What? Ooh, I had an idea. Oh, that's oh, actually I like that better. I was trying to draw a dagger, but my arm went somewhere, and now it's just a cleaver.
Favorite NPCs you've created? My favorite NPC. Oh man. I think my favorite NPCs are the twins.
Yeah, your dryad twins.
Mm-hmm. I really like Rocco too.
Rocco is a fun and like helpful if he wants to be kind of NPC.
Rocco.
I think it's just like depending on the positioning of the stars and how he's just feeling in the moment.
If he's deciding to be an a-hole that day or not.
He just kind of rolls it in the morning. He's like, am I gonna be an asshole today?
He's like, I'm gonna be a dick today. Yep.
Yep, gonna be a massive dick. Hands are a thing.
Yes, for being that way.
I know.
He's an NPC, so you guys should probe that and ask.
It's also true, yeah.
Look at the thing I sent you.
Okay, oh my god. Okay, there's your lines for Nolene. I haven't put any clothes on her, so feel free to put whatever you want. And I don't remember all her braids, but yeah.
This will warm your heart.
Oh. Aww, Null family.
I know.
How cute.
I know.
Favorite NPCs that I have created. Oh, I gotta think about this. I really like Jakey.
I think my favorite NPC that you've made is Mama.
Mama? Yeah, I like Mama. So, imagine this big, blue tiefling woman who, back in her heyday, used to be an adventurer, but then she decided to settle down on a farm with another tiefling fellow and have a little tiefling family, and she's just, I guess in a way she's like that mom some people have always wanted, where she's just like, she's very boisterous and happy-go-lucky and cares so much about her kids. I'm not projecting.
I love.
She's
Mama
a very
character.
Yeah. I guess Mama's in a way as an NPC is just like, I guess a projection of, I guess, a kind of parent I would want to be, in the sense of I want my kids to know that they're loved and I'm going to be in their business about it. And I'm going to just embarrass the fuck out of them and like when they're well into their 40s.
You would be like the dad. Just be like, listen to your mom.
Yeah, just go listen to her. You're absolutely right.
Like, I don't know.
I do that with the dog already. Like, the dog looks at me like he wants something, and I'm like, no, go ask her. Don't look at me.
Go book someone else.
Go ask Ma. Nolene. Favorite NPC, yeah. I like Mama. I like, in terms of roleplay, I think I had the most fun with Jakey because it was just a weird moment for everyone involved. Yes, Shane, Mama is Molly Weasley as a blue tiefling. That is absolutely where I got that energy from.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely a Molly Weasley, yes. Molly Weasley was like my favorite character. Because I was like, that's a cool mom. Constantly yelling at herself.
She would be like that mom, just to be like, is that one of ours?
Right? Is that one of ours? Oh, God. takes one look at you and it's just like, oh, baby.
Oh, sweet honey child.
Sweet honey summer child.
We're gonna get you something.
Yes. Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I have yet to have a chance to roleplay. I feel like I haven't had a chance to roleplay Caspian enough because he was just present on the ship and he was only ever interacted with a few times when it was needed, but I'd like to build him more as a character. I like Phoebus as an NPC.
Phoebus is fantastic.
I love Phoebus. He's such a sweet baby.
Ugh.
I would love to use him more in the future.
Ugh. He would be a fun one to play in a campaign.
I mean, feel free. You have given him a calling. Grayson has essentially given him a calling, so feel free to take him and use him in a campaign if you wish.
God, he's just what we've come up with, like how he would act as an adult is the best.
Zesty.
Oh,
so
like,
zesty. Oh, I should draw him. Let me do that.
Over there?
I said I was gonna draw him.
He's a cutie.
He is a cutie.
Sybil cracks me up.
Sybil is... I definitely would want to bring her back as like an older NPC in another game. Because I feel like it would just be either that or I'm bringing her back as an encounter depending on how she's feeling.
Yeah.
Because she's... Oh my god. I don't know how to describe Sybil. Other than she's a lot.
She's feisty.
She's very feisty. She's,
She is, like, the perfect blend of the two.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Angry, but also incredibly snobby. Knows what she wants.
She'll, like, crack your skull open, but she'll get pissed about it if it, like, gets on her clothes.
Yes.
She'd be like, can you die, like, less messy, please? But at the same time, she's also enjoying, like, cracking the skulls open anyway. Oh no, the zest is turning on.
Dads would be so proud.
Oh shit, hold on. I gotta remember the hair. I gotta find it. Boop, 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 boop. Gotta go find that picture. What do you mean you can't find my stuff? Excuse me. This is incredibly rude, Discord. Image. Every time I type in to like look for an image file, I regret it because I realize how many GIFs I use.
Right.
Just
you
like
need the thing?
I do. Yeah, I'm trying to find his hairstyle.
Yeah, hold on.
Because I'm just scrolling through all the pictures.
I got it.
Okay.
He's stupid handsome.
I know he is. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Oh, there's some, like, Alistair shirt designs happening in here.
Thanks, it's the genetics.
Thanks, it's the genetics. Oh, thank you. There he is. Oh, that's right, he's got the little hair curl. It's perfectly coiffed hair.
It's too perfect.
It is. I feel like me drawing him is a curse, actually. Look at him, look at this.
If we ever do another campaign, I'm gonna have to choose between Addie and him.
That's entirely up to you. Oh, I just realized I need to move him a little. So I gotta draw his horns. I love how his horns even, like, go in the direction that complements his hair.
Of course, he has to style his hair around him.
Oh boy, this is
He
a
has
thing.
his chin.
Boop. Boop.
Yep. Yep.
Ah, yes, so. NPCs. They are certainly a thing, and you certainly cannot have a game without them.
I feel like we actually need to put Nolene into the comic now.
It just feels like it's required at this point.
I feel like it, yes.
I mean, David,
God, he's
chat.
so handsome.
I know. Thanks, it's the genetics. I feel like, on the other hand, I should have just, like, have, like, a wine glass or something.
He drinks chocolate milk out of a wine glass.
With the bendy straw.
Like, he doesn't drink.
No, he doesn't drink at all. He's just like, why would I want to inhibit my superior intellect?
Oh my god.
He would be the most obnoxious character.
Oh my god.
If you had to meet him as an NPC in a game, he would be absolutely obnoxious. Like, oh god, like, I feel like on par, like, if West met him as a character, West would fucking hate him. Like, this much I do know. His little skinny tail.
Aw.
Yes, so...
I feel like his tail would be heart-shaped.
I can fix that.
I don't know why, I just feel like that... Yep.
There it is. There you go. Have fun.
A spade. A spade. Oh, he's so pretty!
Have fun lining them.
Oh, God.
I mean, you don't have to, but he's there.
So pretty.
Oh, let's see. I remember Nolene was like an Eldritch Warlock or something.
Oh my god, short beard.
What did he say?
Swirls chocolate milk in the wine glass. I'm just, like, so done with all of this, you know?
Honestly, it's so stressful being at the top of the food chain. Both in terms of superior intellect and superior aesthetics.
And genetics.
And genetics. I'm perfect in every way.
He would be the kind of guy to, like, refer to his family in, like, lineage as pedigree.
God damn it.
Oh, you know what
God,
I mean?
yes, I know what you mean.
I have an excellent pedigree.
I bet you do.
Ah.
You little... I
feel like him and Neuronvein will get along. Which scares me.
That's terrifying.
I know.
Let's color Nolene. Boop, 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 boop. I've always wanted to make a null character. That would be fun. I mean, I'm already dead set on who my next character is going to be in case West kicks it, but playing a null would be fun.
We still need to do that druid thing.
Which druid thing?
Where it was like, you play as the druid's familiars or animal
Oh
companions.
yeah, that's fun.
Give.
Give now, please. Father. God, he would say that too.
He would say father still.
Well, it just... My fathers will hear about this.
One of them rules hell and the other one manages it.
Which one would you like? I could tell you which one would be worse to deal with. Save us all the trouble. Give her green eyes. Because eldritch reasons.
Yeah, that's right, she was a warlock.
Yeah. She was an eldritch warlock. She's laughing at your pain. And also laughing to communicate. I don't know what kind of quest she has to offer, but I'm afraid to ask. Boop, boop, boop. And her cleaver.
I'm so glad, Grayson, I had the idea to give Phoebus the stuff.
That was... I thought that was a pretty cool move, and that... It also opened up some story arc for Birderai as well, and I thought that was even cooler too.
Good.
It's like you're all working together and you're learning to interact with one another, and her cleaver's covered in blood.
It's almost like you guys can help each other.
I know, right? Isn't that wild?
Like your paths are intertwined.
Your paths are twined together by fate or something. I'm gonna give her a gray nose, actually. There she is. Nolene. Actually, wait, she's channeling her eldritch deity. No. Trust me, you don't want to speak to that guy. If she's gonna show up in the comic, I feel like she's just there to kidnap people.
The boys?
Yeah,
the boys?
She's just there to kidnap the boys.
And then immediately regret it.
And just immediately regrets, just lets them go. It's like, fuck you guys.
God, you guys were annoying.
You're so goddamn annoying. I mean, what kind of quest, chat, what kind of quest do you feel Nolene has to offer? That's what I will ask as we get ready to finish up for the night. Bro, we're actually gonna finish on time. I think.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It just feels unreal for a minute. Are we actually getting organized?
We're getting there, finally.
Oh my god, we're finally doing it.
There.
Also, Nolene upgraded to never wearing a shirt, because who needs it? He's beautiful.
She doesn't need to.
No, of course she doesn't. She doesn't need to. Alright, let me get his color. Pink.
So if you don't look at Nolene like that, I don't like that.
You mean Phoebus? Boop, 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 boop. I love his little piercings. Oh god. Does this mean I have to build him as a rogue?
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm here for it.
Nolene the Goo Warlock.
The Goo Warlock, oh god. boop, boop, boop. And then my favorite part, coloring.
Oh my god. Shane.
What is Shane
He
saying?
says, Nolene tries to drive them insane and become harbingers of doom, but they don't understand the brainwashing.
Oh no.
There's no brain to wash.
It's nothing there. She cracks them open and it's like, oh, there's nothing. Puts them back. I feel like, oh god. Now I'm just thinking of those idiots coming across a mind flayer and the mind flayer's just repulsed.
It's like, what foul beast are you?
Clearly
Bros.
you're not. We're bros.
We're bros, man.
It's like, God, please stop talking, it's hurting me. I just feel bad for anybody who has to encounter them.
They mean well.
They do. They're just stupid beyond reason.
Aw.
Yeah.
Beavis.
Yeah. And then we color the feathers. He's such a handsome lad.
Too handsome.
Wait, too thin. Too thin. Yeah. I feel like Phoebus is the smart one, where it's like, it looks like he's wearing like a brocade of feathers, but it's actually scale mail.
Oh, he would. He absolutely would.
It's like, oh, you thought you were actually going to stab me? I'm flattered at the thought, but no.
That's not the kind of stabbing I like, thank you.
Oh god.
Like, oh no, Grayson's leaking in.
Grayson's just slowly leaking in. Is it Grayson or is it Tabin? That's the question.
Oh, that's a...
Because in the times that you've played Tabin in the tavern, he's super zesty.
He's not outwardly zesty, though.
But the air is there.
Yes, absolutely. Grayson would say it outright.
Oh, Grayson.
Tabin is a little bit more classy.
This is fair. He just, like, has that quirk of his brow that just, you know. You know something zesty's being thought of.
Telepathically being let down.
I broke into their house, but I decided to leave because none of the furniture was genuine.
Send you bum. It's a pity I'm not an honest man.
Oh, God. Oh, goodness.
Alright, we did it.
We did it! Let me write their names out real quick. Nolene! Exclamation point.
I need to make proper art of Nolene.
We do, yeah.
Nolene the Pirate Queen.
Did we ever have a middle name for Phoebus?
I have one in mind.
Okay.
Let me get to the
Typey.
that's the thing. I thought we gave him one.
We gave Sybil one.
That's right. Let me type it for you and see if this will do.
The bros are considered junk food to the mind flayers. It's all empty calories.
It would be his grandfather.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be... Because it's Grayson's great-grandfather. So it would be Tadden's grandfather, right?
Yes.
Yes. PGT.
Boop. There he is. Ugh. Ugh, I would love building him as a little NPC to run around Waterdeep and just steal things.
Little grabby hands on everything.
His little grabby. He started at a very young age. You see this little 5-year-old running around in a mask.
Next time he goes in the tavern, you need to have him, like, sneaking around.
I mean, I'm gonna have to write some things out for him, for campaign-wise, so...
Oh, perfect.
In case you guys ever go back to Waterdeep, and in the near future. You never know.
I just realized that Phoebus and Nolene have the same eyes.
They do. Because I was gonna do them gold, but I was like, nah. And I just made them green because I remember she was like Eldritch Warlock.
Yeah, she had clothes last time.
She did too. She's changed a lot. She's been on her own adventures.
She's gotten back to her Knoll roots.
She went back to the Knoll roots.
Yeah.
It's her. I mean, hey, she was in a sailing group, and they were framed for something, and now she's her own. They took her clothes, and now she's went back to her Knoll roots and is doing things with that butcher knife that cannot be seen on screen.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so, hey, Nolene, that was a character that y'all helped us build a long while ago, and now she's, I guess, gonna be in the comic at some point.
Heck yeah, keep an eye out for Nolene.
Keep an eye out for Nolene. Oh god.
I love her, thanks.
She's wonderful. I'm already coming up with a million ideas for her. I love Phoebus so much. Look at him, he's so dapper. Ugh, he's so dapper.
Dapper boy.
Dapper little man. Yeah, so I think we accomplished a few things.
Yeah. I think we did. We talked about NPCs. I mean, there's really not much to say other than, hey, y'all, talk to your NPCs.
Talk to your NPCs. They give you quests. They have stories of their own to tell. And if you decide to not talk to... I mean, you don't have to talk to every NPC you see. But if the DM is, like, maybe, like, nudging you in a direction, maybe ask them a few more questions.
And if you're a DM, make things more than a transaction.
Yes. Like, you know, throw a little flair, throw a little, like, don't, like, info dump on them, and don't, like, you know, exposition until the players are falling asleep. But, like, you know, feed them information in an organic manner that this NPC would, by kind of going into the NPC's mind and working in a way that's more of a real person, I guess, is the word I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. So,
all right, guys.
Yeah, so we did it. We're actually ending on time.
For once.
For once, we're ending on time and we're not over. I mean, we're a little over, but it's fine.
So, for next week, we may or may not have a special guest.
Oh, that's correct. We may have a special guest
lined up that we are in the talks to.
Yeah.
So we will let our bros on the Alistair Discord know once we get confirmation. So, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. See you guys next time. Check us out on Monday when for our reroll podcast when we talk about party player character mechanic tropes like glass cannons and, you know, meat tanks and all that good stuff.
Murder hobos.
We'll talk about that.
Yep. Reroll podcast Monday.
Reroll podcast. Yep. So, yeah. So, see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out our friends on Talon and Claw. Check out our friend Queen Chain Designs for some dice bags. Support the Alistair comic. If you're not a patron, you should consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month to get all of that extra coolness earlier than whenever we post it on Webtoons, because we have a promo out right now that's really cool. And if you're a patron, you've already seen it, and it's beautiful. And I'm still excited about it. Like, ever since you sent it to me last night, I was like, this is gorgeous. Oh, God. Like, I announced it to, because I announced it to everybody during Sacred World after we finished streaming, and, like, Jeremiah and Jesus, like, immediately went on their phones, like, I need to look at this right now. And I was like, yes.
Lord.
That was, like, a good feeling for me.
Aw,
I was like,
awesome.
yes, go look at it. So, okay. That's it for tonight. See y'all next time, and stay
Hang loose and stay righteous.
Hang loose and stay righteous. Okay. Good night, guys. Bye.
Night.